god. Look at the size of those. I didn't even know they got that big. Oh my god. They're huge! Look at these. Jeez, those things are massive! They're so hard, too! Oh my god! Oh! Hey, didn't see you there. Sorry, I was so distracted on my screen so clearly. I was looking up some geological formations, as it were. Look, I was looking at rocks. Anyway, speaking of rocks, check this out. It's a petrification token for my Medusamon deck. Isn't that neat? Now you're probably wondering where I might have gotten such a high quality printed token. Well, this is from Ebel Kitty Workshop over on Etsy.com. Definitely go check them out. I will have the link in the description. But you too can reach out to them, and they can definitely work with you to make some really high quality printed tokens for whatever your gaming needs. They do Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, any card game that will use tokens. You can have it made and have it delivered straight to your door in a matter of days. So definitely get them a check out. Let them know High Score Chef sent you. And without further ado, let's take a look at this Medusamon deck profile. And you too can get your rocks off at your local game store. God damn it. Alright, so trying something different with deck profiles overall. Just trying to make them very short, sweet, to the point now. Not gonna drag it on for you guys. I know you guys just want to come in and just see the deck lists from time to time and just kind of just to peruse and help yourselves to building certain decks, so you guys want to compare apples to apples. So here is my apple that you can compare, and hopefully it'll help you kind of get a good structure and understanding of the base deck itself. So for our Digitama, we do run, it's going to be 4 copies of the BT21 Digimon. This Digimon has the inheritable for once per turn your turn. When your opponent's security stack is removed from, one of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with the reptile or dragonkin trait in the hand with the evolution cost reduced by 1. Essentially, this Digimon is just to be able to climb into your level 6 and do the combo for the Medusamon. It's essentially just there to swing and remove your opponent's security. That way you could continuously evolve into your line. So definitely want to play 4 of these. And only 4, because this is realistically the only egg you want to see in your deck right now. Going into our rookies, we'll be having 4 copies of the BT21 Medusimon. This is your main search. Not as strong as the other Liberator cards that we have access to, but hopefully we'll get another Medusimon, right, for the deck eventually soon. Typically, most Liberator decks will always have like at least 2 or 3 different variations of their rookie. Currently, we only have the 1, so hopefully we'll get more. This one has an on-play for 3 costs. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the Reptile or Dragonkin trait, and 1 card with the Liberator trait among them to your hand. You then just place the rest to the bottom of the deck. It has an inheritable skill to gain a memory whenever your opponent's security stack is removed from. Again, all part of the combo. Idea is to potentially, if you end up happen to pass turn, but then still get into the evolution stack after triggering a Medusa effect to potentially pop a petrification token, this can potentially help get back your turn with that memory gain. 4 copies of the all-new EX9 Biomon. Now you're probably wondering why I'm even running a DM card of all things in this deck. Well, for one, it is red, so it works. But this Biomon has a very, very interesting inheritable. It has Raid. It's just vanilla, just normal raid, no strings attached. Reason why this is so good for the deck, it basically makes the level 5 Omnimon that much more threatening to your opponent. But we'll get into it when we get to that Omnimon. But reason why you want to run 4 copies of the Beomon, you want to have access to raid. So very strong rookie, gives us access to one of the best keywords in the game. 2 copies of the BT21 Agumon. On play, for 3 costs, you get to return any Digimon card with a Reptile or Dragonkin trait from the trash to your hand. Great way to just recycle pieces. You know, red usually never has too many options to actually get things back out of trash. So this Agumon is a great inclusion just to be able to get back Medusamons or any other pieces for your evolution line that you may need. Also has the inherited skill for a DP buff of 2,000 during your turn. 1 copy of Solarmon, just for those particular matchups. Royal Knights is still a big contender. If you happen to run into Royal Knights, you know, preventing them from reducing play costs can be very helpful in the matchup. Can help against Cross Arts, some Hunters, and just generally any other decks that may reduce play costs. So just a Floodgate is fine. I mean, you can swap this out for whatever Floodgate choice you want, or maybe another different rookie. It's really up to preference, but yeah, I still decide to keep 1 Solarmon in the deck. For our final rookie, the EX4 Guilmon. Little cheeky little card. Gets to get Rush if there's 20 or more cards combined in both players' trash. Great way to just play off of the Cyclomon, or even, what is it? Oh, there's another card that can play it. I'm trying to remember what other card plays this, but I think it might just be the Cyclomon. No, I'm thinking of something else. What am I thinking of? Am I high? Anyway, this is here for Rush. I'm trying to remember. I'll probably see the card as we're going through the deck profile. I'm so sorry. I don't play this deck much, but I have it built because it's fun, and I do get to play with it every now and then casually. But yeah, this is a great way to just close out games. It's a rush. It's a rush for game. Anyway. Moving on. God. 4 copies of the new Dimetro promo. You can get these from your local tournaments. This is actually part of the new Volume 2 2025 tournament pack. These are the winner ones, because I am an absolute rarity whore. So here we are. We have 4 of them. Great security effect. If this happens to get hit in security, you get to play 1 card with the Liberator trait with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Also has progress, so you could potentially swing with this safely into security and not have to deal with effects. Well, granted, obviously, if you hit into a Digimon with higher DP, hopefully it's not too big. You'll definitely be able to get past most level 5 Digimon you may potentially battle in security, because you get to now just trigger the Digimon and climb up to your level 5 and be fine. Also has an inheritable skill to gain a memory whenever your opponent's security stack is removed from. Again, another great way to just keep turn, right? And just keep get memory from just simply taking cards away from your opponent's security. 3 copies of the BT21 Dimetro. Has the when Digivolving effect to play out an Owen Dreadnought from your hand, so long as you have 1 or fewer Tamers in play, excuse me. Simple enough, right? Just a great way to set up your Owens, get your game plan going. And then also, same inheritable, gain a memory whenever your opponent's security gets removed from. And then 2 copies of the Cyclomon. Now, what do you do again? Security. Oh, no, he plays himself out. Okay, so I was confused earlier about the Guilmon. My apologies. But anyway, still a great way to just kind of keep bodies on board, recur bodies. It's a security bomb. And then on play, when Digivolving, you get to delete one of your opponent's 4,000 DP or less Digimon. Also gives you a 2,000 DP buff as an inheritable skill. So Really ensures your, big stack, your Medusamon, has enough DP to basically get through some security checks or even be able to swing over bigger bodies on your opponent's side. We have 2 copies of the BT21 Cyberdramon. Love this card. This card is actually really fun. For 7 costs, it's also actually treated as a Dragonkin, this one particular one. I know he's normally just a cyborg, but this one is special, so you can actually run it in this deck. On play when digivolving, if your opponent has 5 or fewer security cards, they place 1 card from their hand as the bottom security card. And then they trash their top security card. Great way to just force your opponent to lose a security stack just so you can trigger your effects. It's so funny. It's really funny, actually. But this is great, just for 3 evolution costs, or you could just even hard slam it, right? If you need to. But great piece to, again, just ultimately get to your endgame stack. Because this will for sure trigger your Digimon as well. Okay, so this level 5 I've kind of been playing around with. And at first I wasn't too convinced, but honestly, it's funny when it works. 2 copies of the BT21 Arrestrodramon. Not a Dragonkin, unfortunately. It's only a dragon. God, wouldn't it have been insane if this card was actually printed as a Dragonkin? But it is red, so it works for the deck. The evolution cost is a bit expensive, but hear me out, hear me out. Say your stack does have the 2 Eliza and the Dimitro, right? You can evolve into this, get the attack, you're gonna pierce. You remove your opponent's security, you get your 2 memory back. So essentially, you're only evolving for 2 memory, right? And then the Digimon triggers, you get to go into your Medusamon, get a second check. It's great, it's a good combo. It's great. This thing can be very explosive, do massive damage to your opponent. So granted, say you actually you end up evolving into this Arrestrodramon without passing turn. You can immediately attack without having to suspend. You get a massive DP buff for all of the inheritables in your stack, right? And for every source, whatever your stack is, you're gonna raid, you're gonna pierce, you're gonna get a check. Security is removed from, so you get memory back, you get to trigger Digimon, you get to go in, you get to climb into your Medusamon for 1 less, and now the Medusamon is there for the second check because it has security +1, and then you trigger Medusamon's effects. It's insane. Oh, security is removed from. You could kill the token that you just played out. You get their last security. You could you just clear and potentially OTK with just the Arrestrodramon. It's a great card. When it works, it works. But that's why I have it in here, because it's great. It helps with an OTK combo that you could potentially do. Oh my god, focus. Camera, focus. Okay, alright. It's gonna focus on the next card. Jesus. There we go. And then we have 4 copies of the Omnimon from BT21. Progress. And here's why this is good. Here's why this card is now very good. It's because of this stupid bird. This stupid bird made this card even more cracked because now we have raid on this Omnimon if we have this in the stack. Because it has a your turn once per turn. When any of your reptile or dragonkin trait Digimon attacks a target, target changes, trash your opponent's top security card. Granted, that'll work when your opponent blocks, but by golly, why would your opponent want to block and lose a security stack? So instead, we're gonna force them to get an attack target switch because we're gonna have raid. We're gonna raid into your boy, and we're gonna trash your security. Oh look, I can now digivolve into a Medusamon. Now Medusamon is the one swinging. It's nuts. It's nuts. It lets you just cheat your way into a Medusamon. It's incredible. And then has a once per turn. Oh, that's it. That's what it was. Okay, here we go. I knew I wasn't crazy. So Omnimon also has a very strong inherited skill where once per turn when your opponent's security stack is removed from, you may play 1 reptile or dragonkin trait card with 5,000 DP or less from your hand without paying the cost. That's where the Guilmon comes in. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew it. So that's another combo. It's great. You're just gonna be playing cards with this deck. I don't know what to tell you. It's a great way. This deck, when you just see the cards you need, you could just literally just win in like 4 turns. It's kind of nutty. Okay. Going into our level 6s, 2 copies of the BT21 War Greymon. Unfortunately, it's because this deck doesn't have that many level 6s to play outside of Medusamon, so these two are just covering ratios. I'm not too I'm not too on board with this War Greymon, but it's fine for now. Hopefully we'll get some better level 6s in the coming sets for Medusamon. But I mean, it's 11k, 11 play cost. You can evolve into it for 3. But however, you can play it for a reduced play cost for each of your opponent's Digimon. So for each of, if you were to just hard slam this boy, you can reduce the play cost by 2 for every of your opponent's Digimon. So I mean, you could potentially get it for free. It's like a poor man's Def X, but not really. Has Rush, Raid, and Blocker, and basically it combos with the Owen Dreadnought right here from BT21 because of its end of turn. You suspend, give one of your Digimon the ability to attack at the end of the turn, and because this has Rush, it can slam. Anyway, because that's just how you do. And then all turns once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, this Digimon may unsuspend. So it's a great way to just kind of get a fun little check-in, and then just unsuspend. Now you have a blocker. So, but I guess this card's okay. I typically don't ever end up getting to use it as much because I just go into my Medusamon combo and I'm already won the game. But I guess technically this is kind of here for just situational like plays, right? To help you get out of trouble. And for our last 4 level 6s, of course, the main lady herself, the absolute queen of queens, we have Medusamon. 4 copies. Have to play 4 copies, because that's all we got. Has security +1. Has the progress keyword, which, you know, while you're attacking, your opponent's effects don't affect this Digimon, so security bombs, you could say bye-bye, you're not touching me. When Digivolving, end of attack, once per turn, you may delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. All turns, once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, or their security stack is removed from, you may play 1 Petrification token. That Petrification token has is treated as a white Digimon with 3000 DP. Your turn. This Digimon can't suspend. And on deletion, trash your top security card. But here's the thing, you play it on your opponent's side. So it's technically your opponent's playing this. And once they have this on their board, you delete it to deliberately trash more of their security cards. So that is the combo. But yeah, 4 copies of Medusa. Very fun combo. And of course, you're obligated to run at least 1 copy, maybe even 2, of the BT20 Omnimon X Antibody. It is a Liberator trait, so it is searchable. It is red, searchable. Has Raid, Piercing, and Blocker. Unfortunately, we don't get to use the first half of the on-play when Digivolving. However, you can still return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. End of your turn, once per turn, one of your Digimon may gain Rush for the turn and attack without suspending. That's what it's here for. It's just same as the Guilmon. It's just, it's a win button. You just, once you clear your entire opponent's security stack and you've already, you just go into the Omnimon, swing for game. Simple as that. 2 copies of BT18 Owen Dreadnought, our memory setter. And then all turns once per turn. Oh, all turns, excuse me, when your opponent's security stack is removed from. By suspending this Tamer, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less. You're killing this. It is here to pop the Petrification tokens, mostly, to get more security damage, or get rid of any pesky floodgates or whatever level 4s that you might want to get rid of to ensure that your opponent doesn't have a board. So kind of, it's a nice control card for red, for this deck specifically. 3 copies of Owen Dreadnought BT21. It's a buffer tamer, gets you memory anytime your opponent has a Digimon on field during your turn at start of main. End of your turn, by suspending this tamer, one of your Digimon with Reptile or Dragonkin trait gains Piercing for the turn, then that Digimon attacks. Again, just a great way to just be able to get one more swing in. Works especially well with the is it? Where is it? Oh, the War Greymon. That's the combo, right? One of the combos. But yeah, it's a cheap Owen. It's just there to give you more extra memory. 3 copies of Raging Serpentine. Boy, howdy, let me tell you, this deck will for sure give a lot of people that Raging Serpentine if you catch my drift. Oh, great option. It's a kill spell essentially. It's 8 cost. However, if your opponent has 3 or fewer security cards, you get to reduce the cost by 4. So for 4 memory, you get to just delete one of your opponent's highest DP Digimon, then you get to play it in your battle area. Has a delay effect for all turns. When any of your opponent's security stack is removed from, you get to digivolve one of your Reptile or Dragonkin trait Digimon into another Reptile or Dragonkin trait Digimon in the hand without paying the cost. So it's a free Evo. I'm gonna be real with you. 99% of the time, this only ever triggers out of security to kill something, or I just hard slam it to kill something. Honestly, I never have ever gotten the chance to actually delay effect and evolve into something because I've already won the game. I just swing and I'm just like, all right, I win. So realistically, it's just here to just be an out, right? Just get rid of a pesky board for cheap. Especially with the ace meta, you pop an ace for 4 costs, you're just getting all that memory back. It's nice, but yeah, I would definitely run 3. 4 is a little clunky, but 3 I feel like is perfect enough to see it often enough. 1 copy of Red Memory Boost. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the table there. Oh my god, this camera will just not focus. Sorry about that. Just another search. A 4-card deep search. Pick any red Digimon, then you get to cash in for 2 extra memory later. 2 red scrambles, just to be able to evolve and just help climb into our Medusamon for a little cheaper, and then be able to cash in on this later down the road if you end up with an empty board and your opponent has board presence and lead. I just feel like any deck that just kind of just has the the whole 1-stack combo deal really benefits from red scrambles or just scrambles in general, right? Every deck that does it, so. Definitely, the two is good. I don't think you would ever play more than 2 scrambles of any kind in a deck, though. I feel like anything more than 2 can be a little bricky. You don't need to use it that often, right? You just need 2 or less. And then, of course, 3 physical trainings. Or offense trainings, oh my goodness, excuse me. I play so much yellow lately, I've defaulted to calling every training physical. Anyway. 3 offense trainings to search 2, but then be able to cash in later for cheaper evolution costs later. Because sometimes you may just not see the line, and you're gonna have to make like some weird like mutt of a line, and then evolution costs get expensive. So these are just kind of here to help with those Evo costs. And there you have it. That is my Medusamon deck profile. Good old honest Medusamon. It's a fun deck. It really is. It's definitely. It's cheap. It's a cheap deck, unless, of course, again, like I said, unless you're a rarity whore like me, then it gets expensive. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I only got these because these are the better arts between the 3 different arts that we have access to. I still feel like Bandai kind of shafted us with the alt art. We got one of the worst ones out of the 3. China got an amazing art. Japan got the goated god himself, Toma Nakanji's art, but then we got stuck with some weird... I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what I'm looking at. It looks horrible. It looks awful. Yeah, but anyway, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But I think these look great. Anyway, it just captures the aesthetic. Anyway. And that's it. Hopefully, this deck profile helps y'all build Medusamon and give it a try. And hopefully we'll see more support in the future for this deck to really shine in upcoming metas. Anyway, that's all from me. High Score Chef signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile, and I will catch you guys all in the next one. So until then, you guys all be well, be safe, and as always, be hungry for more. Bye-bye!